now?
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
It isn't much of a home, but what's ours is yours.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
When I first met you, saving yourself from ceremorphosis was your greatest wish. And yet now, you've stepped closer to embracing it. I trust your leadership and respect your decisions, but I truly hope this is not something we come to regret. I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well, and Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your... But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded. What would you like to know? Anytime.
Inconceivable that we would seek release from one tadpole only for you to commune with another. I'd chide you if my mind were not consumed by the sight of Orpheus within his domed prison. The Prince of the Comet lives, but make no mistake. I can see the change in you, feel the parasite worming its way through you even further. You have invited your own misery. I will not break our alliance for it, but I will not condone it. The air grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch, though not soon by my estimation. In its heat lives stimulation, and in its throbbing, exhilaration. An effigy of Githyanki future, incubated inside a fragile shell. Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots. Whatever may come, I will not let Vlaakith poison the fledgling with lies. Baldur's Gate at last. We should find Sharess's caress. Voss will be waiting. Make space, and my might is yours. Ready for battle.
This unit is damaged, citizen. This unit is damaged, citizen. This unit is damaged, citizen.
Lord Enver Gortash, The people's man, the gate's protector.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
When I was a child, Father sent me to Sharess's Caress to deliver messages. How was I to know what went on behind its closed doors?
I found so many victims for Cazador here.
Of course.
They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
We should go. I do not want to face the Master if we're late for his Black Mass.
Soon, sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the Master. No more are needed.
It's not for the Master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the Mass is done and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out. You were free.
Isn't it obvious, sister? He wants to ascend with the rest of us. He heard about the ritual and the power our master will grant us, so he came back with his tail between his legs, hoping all would be forgiven.
You always were an idiot, Petras. Why does Cazador need me? What is he planning?
Brother! Please!
Fine. You owe your wretched life to my friend. Now tell me what I need to know.
The Master is preparing the Black Mass. Beneath his palace, there's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time. Hidden from us all. The Black Mass. It will be his triumph. He'll complete the ritual and emerge the vampire ascendant. He'll walk in the sun. He'll be free of the hunger. He'll tap into power no vampire has ever dreamed of. Best of all, we'll join him. His loyal servants walking in the light as living vampires. We'll be free, brother.
You can't believe that, Dal. When has Cazador ever shared power?
We deserve this, Astarion. Can't you see? We've given him everything. Our blood and tears. And he's finally going to reward us. And you will be with us when the time comes. It's fate, written in your very flesh.
You sound surprised. I am capable of doing the right thing from time to time. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them. Still, though, a living vampire. Who wouldn't be interested? It's the ultimate freedom. Freedom from the hunger. Freedom to live a real life in the sun. No tadpole required. And if I were to ascend instead of him, freedom from Cazador, once and for all. Well, it might be. And there's only one way to find out. I have to know. I have to face him. I knew I was right about you. You're a true friend. And now we know he's skulking beneath his palace. We can take the hunt to Cazador. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
Round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
Feed if you must.
And if the patron
But give me some reason and I'll drive a stick.
Everyone at Sharess's caress is a...
I do so very well.
Welcome to Charis's Caress, where the only thing that goes down easier than our drinks is our courtesans.
I will pay any toll, serve any foul whim. Name the price. You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes, give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
The Kithrak? What deal would he make with this devil?
You must help me, Raphael, for the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Lae'zel, Talak Magir. The devil holds the key to freeing the Gith people. Right here, right now. You could seal our fate. Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Wouldn't that be exquisite? But no. I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did shut out your other visitor for a while, so we can enjoy some privacy. The Illithid can't hear us. I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away, which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Unless some have already sprouted in places I can't see. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. Very perceptive. Yes. I can give you the means to break him free.
Speak, devil. We're listening.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return. You really do think highly of yourself. My sights are set on something much more valuable than your soul. Succulent though it would be. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. And you, Lae'zel of Kalir, want to free the Forgotten Prince, do you not?
I want nothing more.
Then it is settled, is it not? A crown for a hammer. A bargain of a lifetime, Lae'zel of Kalir. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Karsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Karsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited. Ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Skvar! We should do as the devil asks. The Prince of the Comet must rise again.
Right here. You'll find everything is in order. The moment I have your signature, you will have the means to free Orpheus. The hammer. You guarantee the crown will be mine once the brain is defeated, and I swear that I will never use the crown to dominate a mortal. Perfect. One more rhyme, for old time's sake. The master was slain within his own house. They dined on him both, the cat and the mouse. The hammer is yours. You will find yourself in Orpheus's presence before the end comes. When you do, shatter the chains that hold him. Be sure to keep the hammer safe. Until then, your survival depends on it. And I'll keep your contract safe in my house of hope. I'll be seeing you, and when I do, we dine.
The ink has barely dried, yet you feel a growing disquiet at what exactly you just signed. Perhaps a Diabolus can offer some comfort, or a way out. For a devil's bargain is a hard one to break.
I'd sooner have imagined shattering a planet with my bare fist than taking a deal with a devil. But we shouldn't regret the bargain, not for one instant. Raphael can have his crown, if it means breaking Prince Orpheus free. The Emperor can't shut us out forever. The closer the Elder Brain, the closer we come to facing Orpheus in his own prison. Now, to the Shares's Caress taproom. We must tell Voss the news.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? I see.
You feel the touch of the Emperor's mind peeling at the edge of yours, trying to gain access.
And risk becoming enthralled to the Elder Brain. You wouldn't dare. I shall respect your privacy on this occasion. But know that if you have jeopardized our mutual project, I will be forced to reconsider our alliance. Now come. We have an Elder Brain to destroy.
It's your birthday. You deserve to cut loose.
The librarian does this thing with them. Voss, friend to the Comet.
Lae'zel of Kalir, warrior of warriors. Tell me you took the Devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
So you made the deal with Raphael, after all. Fool.
The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny. Can it be? Will the mighty Prince Orpheus soon illuminate the astral plane?
Gith's son will soon ride against Vlaakith, Voss, and I will follow him into battle.
And you will wield the greatest gift Mother Gith ever granted her dauntless children.
A silver sword. I will carry it for the honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son.
Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. Let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought. Yes, but you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
Action, not reaction.
Can't give up now.
Since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with the sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus.
recall another fact about silver swords. The Githyanki forbid their use by all other peoples.
Only Gith's children may wield swords of silver, unless a Githyanki grants the right in exceptional circumstance. The Illithid Grand Design nears. The true heir is shackled. These are exceptional circumstances. I grant my allies the right to my silver. A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare. The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind, a formidable weapon against Geich. Certainly not, or the Prince's honor guard would have already fractured his prison. To break Orpheus free, we will need the Orphic Hammer. Very well.
Hey! You paid Raphael a visit? Variant all about it. Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on. Oh! Raphael's latest client. Savior of the city, he says. Ah, I forget we've never met. I've had my eyes and ears on you so long we feel like old friends. Carilla is my name. I'm Raphael's assistant, shall we say. You've made his century, you know. You're going to save us, Baldur's Gate, everyone, he says. The boss is always right, even though he's so very wrong. More than anything. My old dwarfen master used to beat me and feed me scraps. Raphael treats me right and feeds me well. Better to feast in the hells than go begging in the heavens. When I'm not keeping my eye on potential clients like you, I make sure the House of Hope is fully secure. Devils often have prettier hordes than dragons. Sneaking thieves into their vaults is a lucrative business. Doesn't usually end well for the thieves. But sometimes the thieves are rich, smart, or well-connected enough to come back in one piece. Take our esteemed Lord Gortash, for example. Talking about this won't end well for either of us. So, if you'll excuse me, conversation's over. I've got to sober up and get back to work.
Money is a luxury.
It's Katrina! I've got him all!
Honey, I love her so much.
Whoa. Slow down, sweetie.
Actually, Gortash invented the steel watch.
You knew the armor was in Baldur.
Hello? Hi! Over here! Me!
Put him up! Put him up! Yay! You spoke to me! Nobody ever talks to me! My name's Narber, adventurer to be, soon to be the best adventurer anyone's ever seen. As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter? Right you are. I'll just find something to punch, I guess. It won't hurt, will it? No, surely not.
Oh, stranger. Thanks for stopping by Calm's Garms. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. What can I do you for? Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit. Remember, Calm's Garms, here for all your fashion needs.
It's hard to find.
Or maybe don't be too much.
Dinner with your folks.
You are not wearing an armor to make my mother.
What's on your mind? Like I got something back. Something I've wanted. When I touched... Not sure the world's ready for unleashed Karlach, but it's getting it anyway. Thanks to Dammon. Thanks to you. Me too, soldier. Gods, me too. For every knock we take, I feel like I get a little treat just to keep me going. Touch! Touch everything! Touch everyone that'll let me. Shake hands, dance a waltz, maybe even kiss a face or two if I find a good candidate. The world's my funhouse. Ugh, I don't want to think about that now. Misery always overstays its welcome, and joy leaves too soon. I'll cry later, but not now. Hey, soldier. No room in your party. What should I do? Let's hop.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Would that I could. But your entourage is full. You'll need to make room for me for... Back in the thick...
Did you get to look at their gyrometics? Or their targeting modules? Let the man breathe. That watcher sent him flying.
It's very leather-like.
Did you see how far that watcher threw me?
Oh, yes, of course. I can see how the hammer we didn't know existed until Raphael generously enlightened us would take precedence. He's always struck me as the trustworthy type. For now, our plan must remain the same. we go to Sorcerer's Sundries and learn about that crown. And pray the devil doesn't get there first.
In the inventor. How about...
In here I thought you had half a brain. How wrong I was. You signed a deal with Raphael. What were you thinking? Because why would the devil ever lie to you? It wasn't the only way. It was the only way Raphael told you about. He just wanted to get you under his thumb. And it worked. As long as he has that contract, he owns you. I won't allow that. We're getting that contract back. You heard him, right? It's in his God's awful House of Hope. We need to find a way in. I swore I'd never return to the Hells. But for your soul, I'll make an exception. Just this once. We need to find a Diabolist. If we can find one worth their salt, they should be able to get us into that devil's lair. I'm getting in, getting your contract, and then I'm never setting foot in the Hells again.
Hells! Not this again.
Brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Not closed to Duke Older Ravengard's own son, surely.
You having a laugh, devil boy? I know Ravengard, and last I knew, his spawn wasn't sporting those horns. The joke's on you. No entry. That's the end of it. Bodyguards does a man need? Get on then. Last door on the right. Lower the gates. Special permission.
Lying.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. I admire your audacity, but it'll be the death of you. Ketheric had an army of corpses and a crumbling tower. I have a city and an army of steel. It will be better for us both to resolve our differences amicably. And I have the perfect venue for a face-to-face meeting. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
From Gortash. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
You can see enough ages and we're still here.
I don't know, dear.
My friend means to
Please
say.
make your way to
enter the audience
All
chamber.
we can do is be patient.
Better. I almost believed you this time. Let's rehearse this one more time.
Calm down, dear.
Pretend I'm a
won't
fist
happen, I
and
swear.
tell me.
Keeping quiet. You won't feel a thing. I'll take that. What's yours is mine. Don't mind if I do.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
You're too late. It's over.
By Avernus. Floric.
The Steel Watch happened. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Alder Ravengard's husk, empty as a stare. Your father's a tadpole's puppet, Will. Nothing more. He's spoken accusations. Apostasy, conspiracy, sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns.
The hell's with that. Nothing is over. Not while I still draw breath.
When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer.
Father's words.
Indeed. To think I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. And I can only do it with the help of the blade. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Hurry.
Your desire? Sharp as ever. The man for the job. Let's get this over with. It's a gnome's life for me.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Defender of the people. The magic touch. sure.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out. A faith passed on by your father. He was ever loyal, even when the skies were darkest. I will travel to the upper city, find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Let's rehearse this one more time. Pretend I'm a fist and tell me what you were doing in the house.
Well, it won't happen, I swear.
Broke down the door. I can't really glaze that pixie eye.
Tash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Ravengard is a charlatan.
Tash is expecting.
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Has Ravengard on his side. That should tell you something.
Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to remember, I guarantee.
To be so silly.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlak. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlak, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.